Hello people, it's MyTyme here. Welcome to another video on Dungeon Link. Now I am slowly trying to learn what to do with YouTube, etc, and I have worked out how to add music and stuff to my videos, so I will probably start doing that in future, but for this video I thought what I'll do is, for a little bit of background music, I'll just play a track list that I have. I'm just going to listen to some music while speaking to you guys, and hopefully it will come on as well. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Yeah, so this video, what I'm going to do is basically, shouldn't be too long. I'm going to show the kind of things that everyone should look to do daily if possible in Dungeon Link. Now I haven't played this game as much as I used to. I haven't been as active. That's mainly because I've been trying out some other games and enjoying them. But a while back I was asked, like when we're having monster hunt events, not the one just gone, the one before that, I got to be in rank 3, I think it was, at one stage. With like a day and a half to go, 2 days to go, and I kind of stopped and had people from line chat asking me, how did you get so high, where are you farming to get the monsters and the points? Truth was, I was using my swords, I was skipping, and I save up enough swords over the course of time that if special events come, I can, you know, should we say, participate in them fairly competitively. I realised after a while that the actual number of swords I was using for the rewards they were giving just weren't worth it, so I didn't bother to try and get the top rewards, which was top 3. I just stopped and let myself get whatever I got. But swords in this game, a lot of people complain. Now it helps if you purchase some. The claim button up here, the little package. I've still got an old purchase which has given me rewards for the whole month. Yeah, but swords is what you want to do. Okay, you want to try and get swords, and there's a lot of ways to get the swords, and they pretty much just involve you turning up each day. Now this is what I used to do for a long time. I used to get a lot of my swords from daily logins. So if you were to log in, this is me today, first time I've done this, I'm going to show you the kind of things you want to do, and it's going to take no more than 10 minutes. I used to say you do it in 5 minutes, but since the updates they've added more stuff to the game, so it is a bit longer. You have to do guild stuff, etc, to like kind of play your game, but really it requires 10 minutes a day to do the basics, and if you keep doing that, you'll keep getting your daily login rewards, which will give you gems, will give you gold, will give you swords, will give you heroes, and you will also then keep, I said, accumulating. Even if you're not playing the game much, you'll keep accumulating the gold, the free gifts that the developers give you, the gifts from your friends, etc, and the rewards from guild participations, and that will help your account, even if you don't play it too much, to increase your stock. So when you do come to have a actual, say, sit down and play the game properly, you have plenty of resources at your disposal. So first of all, you want to log in each day. You want to click on your NPCs, the non-player controlled units, and collect your rewards. Now depending on which one will be once every 12 hours, I think one's once every 3 days, you got one every couple of hours. One guy will give you a few gems, as you can see here. So click on your people, collect your rewards, done. Next thing, click on the envelope. These are all the things which have been gifted to you by your friends in your friends list, or from the developers and from attendances, etc. So collect all these. So you've got 18 swords there, and then you go to the top right to the friends button. Now I've got requests, but I will worry about the requests later. I don't have spaces. Gift all. Send 20 swords out to your friends. Hopefully if you've got active friends, this way you might change them up. If you haven't, they'll send you 20 swords back. Now when you send 20 swords, you also get 20 swords credited to your sword count. I don't know if you guys noticed that for me, but my sword count went up by 20. So you've now got swords. You've hopefully collected some from your friends. Next, go into your guild. If you're not in a guild, I would recommend joining a guild just for the bonuses, even if you don't play it, you know, particularly saying religiously. Click on your claim button here. Obviously 10 swords, 25k gold, done. So I've already collected 30 swords since logging on, excluding what was given to me from my friends and stuff, and from logging in rewards, which was another 18. So that's 48 swords for me today, just by doing that. And in theory I could log off. If you've got the time, you come down to battle and you do your daily dungeon. Now there's 3 ranks: normal, nightmare, hell. As you can see, the value of the reward each day depends on which mode you're doing. Hell will give you the best reward possible. If you fail, you can keep repeating it until you complete it, okay? So don't be afraid to try hell, fail, try hell, fail, try hell and fail, and then go down to nightmare and do it in nightmare. I just run this in auto because I don't need to play it. So you come in, do your daily dungeon. This will give you a fairy from Monday to Friday. Saturday you'll get a random room, and Sunday you'll get gold. Okay, so this won't take long. It's just one match, 2 levels. Run those through. Once you've done this dungeon, I then also recommend doing the boss raid. Now boss raid will take slightly longer, but you'll get gold rewards, you'll get gem rewards, you'll get, depending on what level it is, heroes and swords. So you should look to that every day, okay? They refresh or reset every day. Once you've done them, that's it, you'd have to come back again. I think for me the time of reset is 1 PM. I think it's 1 PM, so I'm probably about, I don't even know what time it's for most of you guys, or for what the developers are, but I think a lot of stuff tend to come out, is it 8 AM or 8 PM? I think I'm at 1 or 2 my time. So yeah, if you can work it out, 1 PM over here, GMT is when it refreshes. So yeah, you come in, do your, I can't bother to change my team, do your boss raid as well. Once you've done this, you would have spent 5 minutes in the game, and you're going to have, most of the time, if you've got 20 friends, and if you actually do the guild stuff. Oh, come back. It's not as easy playing this with a mouse as it is compared to playing it on your phone with your finger or your tablet. And yes, you do all these, 5 minutes in the game, and you'll have enough rewards to kind of get you by, shall we say. That doesn't mean that I'd recommend logging off as soon as you've done all this. I would still suggest spending the time and doing the guild battles themselves, okay? And I will show you a couple of guild battles in a moment. I'm not too worried about doing this, you know, completely fully, because this is the last day anyway. So yeah, so if you were to complete the boss raid level 1, the next day will be level 2, the next day will be level 3, etc., you get up to level 7 with obviously getting harder and better rewards. In fact, tomorrow is Monday. I mean, if I complete it today, I can't play level 6 tomorrow, reset, so Monday will be the reset, goes back to level 1, and you start over. So there is no advantage to me completing the boss fully and getting a new boss next tomorrow. It will be reset anyway, so it's the main thing, as long as I actually score enough points to get rewards, that's all that matters. So yeah, after this what I will do is I will then go and do the guild battles as well. I'll show the guild battles, show that they don't take too long. I have done things in the past on the guild battles, but they will obviously taking a bit longer to complete, so I'm going to try and show you that they don't need to be quite as drawn out as I made them appear when I was trying to show an example of strategy to use. So yeah, this is probably the most time consuming one you do, the daily boss raid, but even then it's worth it. I don't even know what the rewards are actually. I think I get a I think it's a rune, 3-star rune and gold and something else. I didn't actually check. What am I doing here? Obviously, you can use your special abilities in here. Could have used Lulu's for the last bit. Ah, oh, look at that! I completed it as well. Okay, so yeah, 3-star rune, VIP ticket, 35k. All you have to do is you have to get a minimum of 4. Let's just say 5, just under 5 million to get these rewards. And if you complete it, kill the boss, you automatically get the rewards. So I am in that bracket at the moment, unless everyone else above me in the group. I think it's about 20 people that groups together, and the top 8 get the top reward. Unless 8 people all complete it, then I wouldn't get the reward if I didn't also complete the boss. Otherwise, it takes the top 8 scores from all those who did the minimum amount of damage total, and gives you guys the best rewards. Then there's a category underneath for those who did the minimum amount of damage but didn't get into that that reward bracket. And then there's finally the participation rewards, which obviously are the worst, but they're for the people who tried the boss but didn't do the minimum required damage to get any of the best rewards. So it doesn't matter, even if you don't do well, you do get something for participating, so it still makes it worth it. Yeah, I mean, the more you do it, the more you get used to it. It's not so they're not hard, they're not too time consuming. All you got to do is just got to try and make as many combos as you can, and that's it. Ugh. Okay, so this is the boss done. Boss race finished. Now what I do is I will come out here. You can claim those in a minute. I will go to Guild Battle. Now, before I do it, is worth noting you can do Tower of Tribulation or Tower of Magic. These give you can see 6 keys, and you can use them. They will replenish. I think it's either one every 10 minutes, one every 15 minutes. If you're stuck on a level, you can go back and do previous levels, and it will give you gold for completing it, equivalent of the floor you're on times by 100. So for example, floor 96 will give you 9,600, floor 91 will give you 9,100. So a good way to get gold, and those keys will replenish automatically. The new introduction I've bought is Champion Road. Very briefly, you play through with a team of a maximum of 10 people. Once all 10 people have been defeated, it will reset. You put down the button, click reset, and you can try again. Start the road again and carry on. And you work up through difficulties. You complete the road once, so normal, then you do it on hard, then you do it on nightmare, then you do it on hell. You can only reset once a day, and obviously the rewards are a bit better the more you play it. So it's a bit like gathering, where if you do it each day and level, you can collect items and then you can use them in your team. So this will give you special coins to exchange for a hero, along with gold and swords, etc. So I would suggest doing that, but if you don't want to, at least try and do your guild battle. 3 battles don't take long at all. As I've shown you guys before, I come in, I click view, I see the players that they have, I go into the team and I see how strong the players are, and I think, nope, I should be able to do them quite easily, but they could be a bit too difficult for some of my opponents, so I could then change my team if I needed to. So for example, if they had a team with say maybe three wood characters, and I'd probably go back and maybe bring in two fire characters myself. But you come here, you fight the person as, hold up, I've got to double check this. You fight the person as if it was a normal Colosseum match. 3 fights. That's what you need to do. 3 fights, bang. Hopefully 3 wins. You get rewards for winning. You do get rewards for losing as well. You get participation rewards, but they're not as good. And I think it's something like 3,000 gold and 1 sword, or 3,000 gold and 2 swords for each win that you get. So it's definitely worth at least doing it, because the swords obviously are useful. And you're going to see that from coming in and doing these few things for 10 minutes, I would have gained in total at the end of it about 60 swords. And then I would, in another time, I would use those swords to go and do the gathering. So basically, I used to play the game for swords and save them because I didn't use them that much. Now, I use the swords in gathering because you can still get gold, you can still get hero drops, and you get obviously items for gathering. So those people who aren't too sure what gathering is, I have done a separate video on it. I'm not going to go into it, boring everyone at the moment. Just look for another opponent. I'm going to try and not just do people who I should beat easily, unless there are no tougher opponents who... Well, there aren't that many tougher opponents, so I'll just play anyone. What am I doing? Okay, yeah, so you'll have, for example, I'm going to have 60-ish swords from doing everything that I've done so far. So that's a good... whatever. That's a good return. And then by doing this, you'll do the minimum of the game. So you need to do a little bit of time each day to it, but it's not massive. Especially got other games you play or other things to do. Do it maybe before you go to bed, just when you get up in the morning, and this will help keep you kind of like up to date. And by up to date, I mean it will help you to like keep enough going on in your account that if you don't fall back. Because what you'll find is if you maybe say only log in say twice a week kind of thing and do your bits and that, you'll find over the course of 2 or 3 weeks you're going to fall behind because everyone else will be doing the bare minimum and they're going to jump up a lot. They're going to have extra heroes to feed, they're going to have more people that they can combine, and all you're going to do is you're going to end up coming into the game after I'm going, oh bloody hell, what's happened here? I used to be like able to do this, do that, beat this, beat that, and now I'm struggling. I haven't really played the new levels too much, and I haven't played Champions Road too much, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I can give you all the advice on Champions Road especially. So if you've played it a bit and you've got some good tips and stuff, please let me know. I've been told that because you can use 10 heroes, you should really be looking for kind of level 6-star heroes really. If you've got a really good 5-star, then yeah, use that as well, but there's no real place for it for you for anything less than 5-star. So it's kind of making people have a second team almost, because at the moment I'm sure most of you will be, probably quite similar to myself when it comes to playing the game, that you kind of have a team of, say, I don't know, pick you have a team of maybe 5 or 6 people you kind of use, possibly a 7th, and depending on who you're playing and depending on who the bonus characters are each couple of weeks, or however frequently as they change the pool, so you kind of use them. So for example, pretty much all my teams will involve Lulu or tank slot at the moment, and Lee. Then depending, the rest will potentially swap around. Now though, if I'm going to get involved in Champions Road and do it properly, I'm going to need to have a team of at least 10 people, and not just 10 kind of 6-star people. They're going to ideally need to be leveled up, be +5s, have runes, and to get further in it, to do the like to hell levels and stuff, you're going to want to have runes attached to them. So yeah, it's going to require a bit more time, a bit more effort. But as you see, come here, the rewards I got 3 swords and 4k gold for the wins. as well as obviously the fair doing the raid reward. So another 9 and a 3-star water fairy, lovely. Okay, so and then that'll be me pretty much done. Optionals to do on top, as I said, optionals are to go in. Do Tower of Tribulation, do Tower of Magic, do Champions Road. On top of that, play the game, you know, complete the levels. We'll go back to Canterbury, complete the levels, get the rewards for doing the levels. Once you've done those, do the gathering, you know, collect the items. This is if you've got the time. If you don't get gathering every day, it's fine. It refreshes every day. You can go into each level 3 times a day. A time will only count once you complete level. If you go in and fail to complete it, you lose the swords it took you to enter, but you still get another chance to do it again. You don't lose that, so you can get 3 successful completions of any gathering level a day. And yeah, that'll be it. Do those. I'm not too sure how long this has taken me, but it's not that long, and you'll be able to keep your account level and be able to give yourself a good chance of building. So that's it from me. It's just a quick video anyway. If you've got any questions, want to know anything, please let me know. I'll try and do a video in the future when I've spent a bit more time leveling up. I'm going to get rid of some of my 6 stars that I don't have. I can't get rid of 6 stars that I don't have. That would be ridiculous. But you can see I've got a number of 6 stars now that I'm not even using. So I'm going to either probably just feed them into other 6 stars to feed them up. You know, once they get to +4-ish, it takes a lot of gold, and you get a lot of fails if you're using, say, 4 stars and 3 stars to feed them. So I'll probably feed them the 6 stars I don't know or need. One thing I did have is I did just pull this Elodie Ice Princess. Now, looking at her stats, this has probably been the only combine I've ever done which has given me a good hero, apart from, say, Lee or Lulu. I'm not too sure if I evolved mine into those 6 stars or my first one with pulls of those combines, but I've had duplicates of them. But apart from that, it's the best, say, solo 6 star that I've managed to get. And looking at things, she's a healer, and I don't run healers, as some of you may know already. I don't see the point in them. My strategy doesn't use them. Potentially I might change that if I can get 4 strong characters, then yes, I might bring in a healer. But I find myself being able to do better in PvP and in the dungeons by having damage, and if I need a healer, I can always use a friend. But what's interesting about her is her skill is a heal, okay, and she will do the healing in the chains with the people she's with. But her passive is a plus 20% HP to the team. And this is what's making me think about actually using her. Now, where most of the other healers will have a different passive, let's just pick one for example. Let's pick, don't want to pick Dice because he's not very good. I think I've got rid of most of the rest. But we'll take Soprano now. Look at her. Okay, so now she's got a revive. Clara will have a revive. Twin Princess will have a revive. I think Dice was here as a support. He's got different hills before the last dungeon. Hero statue, I think, is a attack boost. She's the first person, as far as I'm aware, who gives your team HP boost. And I think that's out of all heroes, not just support heroes, all heroes. And that could be very, very, very useful. Now, I know a lot of people will say that no, I'd prefer to have a revive. But if you think about it, at the moment, I'm not running a team which has a healer in, so I'm used to not having a revive. So if I were to withdraw a person and put in her, she's going to help boost everyone, but like my tanks, etc. And it's something that I'm going to have a play around with, because I think that she could work her way into the team in place of one of my damage characters, especially if I was able to level her up and get some some decent runes on her. So if I, for example, put her in a water team, then I think she could be a real asset. So we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, anything you want to know, anything you want to ask, please feel free. Drop a comment in the box. So I'm going to try and make some more gameplay videos and combining videos and pull videos, etc. I'm trying to save a few of my gems up now for the next pull of heroes. See what we're getting there. I mean, I could try here actually, because I could get I could try and go for an, I've already got a few made of geomancers. Could go for another area. No, I'm just going to wait. So I'm going to wait. I've only got a few days into it. Until it all swaps around. Tomorrow, is it? Tomorrow, 21st, 20th, I think. Yeah, maybe even tomorrow. So maybe I'll do a video soon, spending some gems, combining some heroes, and see what we get. Well, thank you for watching and listening to my babbling. Next time I'll try and be a little bit more concise. Can't promise anything though. Depends what time of the night it is. With that all said, good luck everyone with your game. Let me know how you're getting on. I'll speak to you soon.